Hi, I'm Iero, and this is Turn It Up Louder.
So obviously you're another UK tour down. You picked so many different venues and places. Are you excited to be playing some different venues?
I am. Yeah, there's a lot of cities and venues that I don't think I've played before, and also if I have played them before, it's been a really long time, and it felt right, man. I think after this year, I'm gonna take some time to myself. So I figured might as well hit it all. No shortcuts.
So obviously you were here in February with Taking Back Sunday, back again for Slam Dunk. How were those shows for you?
They were fun. It's always a pleasure to play with TBS. I mean, those guys are just such amazing musicians. Their fans are really great and really accepting of us. And it was nice to get kind of back up on our feet after all that bullshit that happened. And I couldn't have picked a better tour, a better band to do it with, And yeah, it was. I think it was. I was trepidatious going into it, and then and once we were there, I was like, oh man, I can't wait to do our own tour, and see what the rest of the songs that are on this record will do, in a live setting. So.
You said in the past you don't aspire to be a front man.
No.
How have things changed since you said that?
Yeah, that was never on my my list of things to do, my bucket list. It was, yeah. I feel like I figured out how to be more comfortable in on my own terms. And I think probably as a concert attendee, you can tell that there's nights when I'm really feeling it and we're going for it, and it's I will be a little bit more outgoing in that realm, and then there's some nights where I'm probably a little bit more reserved, and I'm not gonna fake it or pretend that I feel like I'm gonna get in your face about it if I'm not there. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I would like to think that other people appreciate that it's very real. You're gonna give different. Yeah, you're not gonna get a shtick, through a full tour. There's not gonna be that kind of. Every night is different.
Brilliant. So obviously with MyChem you played some amazing shows, arenas and stuff. Now you're back as you. How do these shows compare in terms of crowds and venues, and you being just you on stage?
They're unbelievably different. It's like if you were oh, it's this is a sheep and then this is a banana. It's kind of saying oh, well, how different is that? Very different. Which one is a sheep and which one is a banana? I have not figured out yet. But no, it's every project that you do is different. The people involved, the time and place. It's very unique to each setting and to every band. That's why those things are so important, and the components of each band are so important. If it were just about one person, or if it were all just about one venue, every show would be exactly the same. This is it's light years beyond and different than the MyChem shows, and I feel really lucky that I'm able to do all of that. That's crazy. Some people don't get to do it once, let alone 2, 3, 4 times in different projects. It's pretty insane.
So talking about those other projects, how do you feel you've grown over the years through them?
Older. I feel like I've grown older through them. It's I was actually having this conversation earlier today. It's helpful for me to have multiple projects, because when I hit a wall, a creative wall, in one of those, I kind of just jump ship and focus my energies on something else, and that kind of takes me out of that block. And somehow, if I can move forward in another project, it opens up that door, kind of circumvent that issue, and that's just how I work. I've learned a lot from each project. some beneficial things, some things like, you know, oh, I'll never fucking do that again. But that's, you know, it's all about, you know, growing and expanding and evolving and changing. And when something doesn't fulfill me anymore, I do something else.
So obviously, Parachutes is just a wonderful album, and there's no doubt. There's no doubt. It's obvious. There's no doubt about it. Where did the album art idea come from?
So, with that, you know, I feel like I'm very hands-on with all of that. You know, I want the visuals to coincide with what's being brought forth in the record, you know, within those 12 songs. And so I wanted to showcase the initial parachute that I saw, which you know, this life-saving device. What is the first thing that we encounter that kind of, like, you know, helps us along or coddles us or keeps us from danger? And that's our parents. And so I knew I wanted to incorporate a photo of my parents into the artwork, but I felt like, you know, just kind of putting my mom and dad on the cover was a little weird. And so I actually ended up finding this wonderful artist. Her name is Angela Dean, and she's super talented. She's on, you know, she's very accomplished in her own right and has done art for other people. And she uses this thing with found photographs where she paints on top of them. And she was doing this ghost series, and it really spoke to me. You know, I think in a literal sense, you know, parachutes kind of sometimes will resemble these sheets, you know. But I started to think about it also too in a figurative sense, like, you know, the first time that our parents kind of save us is when they're there and we're born, and they look after us, and kind of the second time is when they end up passing on, leaving us, and to become these people that they you know, foresee us to be. And so within their relinquishing control of us, they kind of save us again. And so, you know, I thought painting them as ghosts and kind of like erasing them from the frame would kind of showcase that.
Brilliant. And what's been your favorite song to play through on the album?
Oh man, it changes every night. You know, I think the cool thing about music in general and this art form is that, you know, if you allow yourself to, you can really, like, you know, grow with these songs and evolve and change, and as you play them, like, they start to mean different things to you. So far, I think I'll Let You Down has been a favorite of mine. I think we're going to play that tonight. Miss Me is a favorite. You know, there's I don't think there's a dud on there that I don't enjoy playing. There are 2 songs on the record that we haven't played live, and I have no intention of playing them live. And that's just because I heard someone discuss this once, where they were saying, like, you know, we're not going to play that song because we feel like we got it right the first time on the record, and why would you go and change that, you know, like, and maybe, like, you know, detract from that 100% time you got it. And I don't know if I could ever play the last track on the record live. I don't think I could kind of hold it together for that. So I've kind of just saved that for me and my grandfather. So.
And finally, do you have anything to say to your fans, who obviously some of them queue from Crazy Times and have a lot of respect for you? So.
Yeah. Thank you. You know, that sounds cliche and not enough. I feel like there should be more words to say. Here's the thing. This is all I've ever wanted to do, ever. You know, I didn't have a backup plan. I wanted to be in a band. I wanted to write songs. I wanted to play them live. I wanted people to sing along, and that was like a dream come true. And the fact that I get to do that, it is not. It's not going over my head. Like, I'm very much in awe of my luck in that. And my ability to do that is because of these wonderful people that sit out in the rain overnight and come to shows, multiple shows, and sing along and believe in what I'm doing. And you know, I owe them everything, and I appreciate that. And thank you guys so much for, the past like almost 20 years of me getting to do this crazy, fucking ridiculous job. It's amazing. So thank you.
Brilliant. Thank you for taking time out of a very busy schedule to sit down with us. It's been 10 Louder. Thank you for watching.